Holiday festivities are ramping up across our region, with several embracing the season of giving. Right now, we're taking a live look at Medford, where it's definitely feeling like fall tonight. Happy Thanksgiving, and thanks for joining us for Newswatch 12 at 5. I'm Oscar Rodriguez, and we'll get to your holiday forecast in just a few minutes. But first, we're tracking the local efforts to make sure everyone gets a slice of holiday cheer. Hundreds of citizens gathered at the First Presbyterian Church in Ashland this morning to attend the 10th annual Thanksgiving Community Peace Meal, hosted by Southern Oregon Jobs with Justice. The event provided citizens with a freshly served Thanksgiving meal, and the motivation for the event stemmed from a sentence that Southern Oregon Jobs with Justice Chair Vanessa Houck heard from a woman in court.
Came up before the judge and she said, you know, I'm really sorry. I know what I did was wrong, but my kids and I were hungry. I felt like I left the courtroom with a bigger debt. You know, I saw this and I was like, I don't know how to make things better for a lot of people, but I know how to make a pot of soup.
Houck also expressed the importance of the event's volunteers and funders who came together today, ensuring that the event was able to feed as many citizens as possible on Thanksgiving. And a local restaurant handed out free holiday meals to the Rogue Valley community today. The Point Pub and Grill in Central Point hosted their 10th annual Thanksgiving community event, giving away free homemade Thanksgiving meals and drinks. And all food and beverages were donated by community members. The Point says this is the way they can give back.
It's wonderful to actually feel like we're part of a legacy, and we get so much love from our community. And this year has been specifically more generous. And I can't tell you how thankful we are for that.
The event lasted from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The restaurant was otherwise closed to the public specifically for the event today. The Point says they hope to feed at least 300 people today. And as many stores get ready for Black Friday and Small Business Saturday, locally owned businesses across the region are expressing the importance of shopping small in a world of online stores. Newswatch 12's Grace Ritz spoke with an antique store owner about how these small businesses help the community and give history a new meaning.
It's just neat to have a mindset of, why do we always have to keep buying new?
In a world where online shopping thrives, antique stores like the Ashland Artisan Emporium and tons of others in the Rogue Valley continue to thrive, where vendors like this one and this one, yep, and this one too, all have one unique goal in mind: giving history a new life.
Everything is a different taste, so every 8 feet is a different stall. So every 8 feet is a whole new experience and a whole new store.
Tucked away in a small shopping center in Ashland is Ashland Artisan Emporium, home to 130 vendors who take what some may see as junk and turn it into something new.
It does not go into the landfills. And we have so much merchandise out there already that we've been building for hundreds of years, and it's fantastic stuff.
But it's more than recycling. It's about staying local. When you buy merchandise from community antique shops, your money goes right back to the people who live and work there.
You're supporting 130 individual businesses that can't afford a big giant storefront, but they can afford a booth in this store. So you come spend money on them, they can survive, they spend money on the grocery store, they go to Wendy's, they go to Starbucks.
A survey from Forbes says online shopping has increased 23% since 2024 and is expected to grow even more. But shopping locally, in person, and sustainably gives instant gratification.
Gets you out of the home, into a new experience, and it's just neat to actually touch the product. You can try on a vintage pair of Levi's. It's like, ooh, they fit.
Across the Rogue Valley, small businesses often run their own Black Friday and Small Business Saturday specials. It's a good time to stop by and support your shops in the area. Reporting in Ashland, I'm Grace Ritz.
And there's still lots of Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and Small Business Saturday events to look forward to. Right now, we're taking a live look out at Ashland, where the annual Festival of Lights will take place tomorrow. And we'll talk about that festival in just a few minutes. But first, let's head over to our Storm Tracker 12 Chief Meteorologist, Matt Hoffman. Matt, well, first, happy Thanksgiving, Matt.
Happy Thanksgiving, Oscar.
What type of weather can we expect for the rest of our Thanksgiving day and throughout the week?
Well, as we head into tonight, we will be seeing some areas of fog developing. That's really going to be the only issue as far as travel is concerned. Some of it could be locally dense into tomorrow morning, especially in the Grants Pass area. Also along the coast and then up in the Cascades, Can't rule out a shower as well, but for the most part, it is going to be pretty quiet for us as we head through the holiday weekend. Out there now, temperatures are starting to drop off. Now that the sun has set, we're down to 49 degrees in Medford, 50 in Klamath Falls. It's 45 in Montague and 53 degrees for you folks in Brookings. Winds are coming down. It was a bit breezy in the basin this afternoon, but those winds are starting to lighten up. But along and east of the Cascades, some of the higher terrain, it will stay breezy into tonight. Storm system off to the north, most of the wet weather, that's where it's stayed. We'd had a few showers and sprinkles out there for parts of southern Oregon, but amounts were very, very light as expected. As this system lingers a bit, we could see a shower towards the coast, up along the Cascades tonight into tomorrow morning. Overnight lows dropping down to about 38 degrees in Medford, 25 in Klamath Falls. Also tracking the potential of fog in some of our west side valleys. Tomorrow, look for showers to wrap up. Any slight showers out there towards the coast and then up into the Cascades. And then clouds will go on the decrease, turning mostly sunny for your Black Friday. Temperatures will be on the colder side in the morning, but the afternoon, not as warm as the last couple of days have been, but low to mid 50s in our west side valley, some upper 40s expected in the basin. That'll be quite a drop from what we saw today, almost hitting 60 today in Klamath Falls. Tomorrow, the Festival of Light in downtown Ashland looks pretty nice. We'll see mostly clear skies, although temperatures do tumble as we head past sunset. We'll be falling through the 40s, at least though winds will be fairly calm, so not seeing much of a wind chill factor. We'll take a look at the forecast through the rest of your holiday weekend coming up in just a bit. Oscar.
Thank you, Matt. Well, with nights feeling a little colder, the City of Ashland and OHRA are opening a severe weather shelter through this weekend. OHRA shelter is located at 2350 Ashland Street, just down the street from the city's shelter that's currently under construction. Newswatch 12 spoke with the executive director of OHRA, who said they expect to be able to provide shelter for about 25 to 30 people. And he also said that anyone staying at the shelter will receive an evening meal, morning coffee, and breakfast. Doors will open at 5 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday, and on Sunday, with doors closing for the night at 10 p.m. A closer look at the shelter can be found on KDRV.com. And Siskiyou County says their county government center is temporarily closed to the public due to unexpected issue with the building. While the building is closed, county services will remain available. The county says the tax collector's office is looking for a temporary location, but payments can still be left in the drop boxes in the front of the government center or be made online. No cash payments will be accepted during the closure. The county says further updates will be provided as they become available. And if you've ever hiked in Jackson Forest Park, you've definitely seen the wooden trail signs, but did you know the volunteer behind them has made at least 1,000 of them by hand? Newswatch 12's Danny Stepanovich has more.
In Forest Park, thousands of hikers weave through nearly 40 miles of winding trails, and guiding them are small wooden markers, hand-cut, routed, lettered with care. Not by a company, but by one volunteer.
Like I said, I'm an old trail runner. It's time to give back. You know, I've been on a lot of trails, built and maintained by a lot of different people, so this is my way to give back.
Clayton has carved close to 1,000 signs, each helping hikers navigate new adventures and long climbs through the 1,500-acre park.
Get a lot of compliments about our signage. I want people out here recreating. I want people out here not being anxious about where they are.
Clayton says each sign takes about an hour, and with more trails being added every year, his work isn't slowing down. Clayton says the biggest inspiration behind the signs is for hikers to never feel unsafe or lost. So when they hit a crossroads, they know exactly where to go. Have you ever gotten lost on the trails here?
No, they mark it pretty well. Pretty hard to get lost, but I'm not saying you can't if you're like at night. I don't recommend coming up at night.
With only 6 core volunteers maintaining the system year-round, each trail, each bench, each sign means something. 1,000 signs later, hikers never think twice about how they got here, but Clayton certainly helped them find their way. In Jacksonville, Danny Stepanovich.
And Ashland is just one day away from one of its biggest traditions of the year. The city is getting ready for the annual Festival of Light, which is now in its 33rd year. Thousands of lights will fill the plaza tomorrow as Santa leads his march at 5 p.m., followed by the grand illumination. This year, the city of Ashland says there will be even new events each weekend, including caroling and special appearances from Santa. And Klamath Falls is also gearing up for winter fun with events ranging from the city tree lighting to the snowflake parade. The celebrations start on Monday with the Klamath Falls tree lighting at Klamath Commons. On Thursday, December 4th, the snowflake mile steps off at 6:30 on Main Street, followed by the 41st Snowflake Festival parade at 7. And that's not all. Organizers say even more winter theme events are planned throughout the week. And we're getting ready to kick off our annual holiday toy drive to make sure every kid gets some holiday cheer. Beginning tomorrow, you can drop off new unwrapped toys at any Red Barrels at our partnering Grange Co-op locations across the Rogue Valley and in Klamath Falls. Right now, you're looking at the generous donations we received last year. And we take all the toys you donated and distribute them to children in areas where they were located. Donated. You can drop off toys beginning tomorrow and at your nearest Grange Co-op location.